Hey guys, Pick here, and today I'm going to show you all the new things in Archaeology and Pandaria. The first thing you want to note at level 525 is where you're going to want to start out in Pandaria, where you'll be able to see the dig sites. As of October 1st, when I was leveling up, at level 500 I could not see the Archaeology dig sites, nor at 524. But at 525 I actually made a video and it switched over. So hopefully they'll fix that later on, but right now you have to be level 525 to be in Pandaria to do Archaeology and see the dig sites. Go ahead and talk about the first change. The first change, when you do solves, sometimes you'll get pristine pieces of the solves, like this one right here, and they'll give you a quest to go and turn these in. So what you do is you just go and accept that. Alright, so here we are in Vale of Eternal Blossoms, and we're going to head over to Moshagun Palace. And if you see right above the instance, there is a second floor. And you can just go in here and over to the right, just hug this wall, and there's going to be these little question marks, and that's where you turn into pristine solves. And you're either going to get, depending on the original pristine piece, you're going to get a Pandaria pottery shard and 3 restored artifacts, or you're going to get a Mogu statue piece and 3 restored artifacts. You might be wondering, what are restored artifacts? Well, let me go ahead and explain that to you, because that's something else that's new in Pandaria. So before Pandaria, Archaeology, whenever you did a solve, you could just vendor the pieces for like 1 gold, 20 gold, 5 gold, 200 gold. It just varied every piece. Now in this version, they're all 1 gold. And the reason for that is because you can crate up those pieces and you can trade them into this vendor, and he'll give you fragments from the old world. It can be dwarven, it can be night elf, it can be whatever you want it to be. Make sure that you're exalted with the lore walkers before you go and try to trade with this guy, because you have to be exalted with the lore walkers to be able to buy stuff from this vendor. So if there's something you're looking for, like for instance, I still don't have the raptor, the rare raptor mount, so I would go for fossilized, and see I'm going in here and I'm just buying more of the fossils. You can only buy 1 crate at a time, but you can buy as many as you want over time. There's no limit daily or anything like that. So this is a good way to go back and get the rare artifacts you weren't able to get, or you just don't have the patience to get. See, if you see right there, now I have my rare raptor mount, so let's go ahead and check that out. There we go. So finally I got one of the biggest perks of Archaeology, in my opinion. In addition to that, same vendor that's inside Moshagun Palace also sells something called a Lore Walker map. If you see right here, this dig site in Vale of Eternal Blossoms. Let me go ahead and use the Lore Walker map. And it's going to randomize dig sites. So, see that one right there? It just moved. So now it's saying Crassring Wilds, it looks like. It moved down there. Now, the same vendor is going to sell something called a Lore Walker Lodestone. And what that does, it'll teleport you to a random dig site in Pandaria. If you see here, I'm in Kunlun Summit dig site all of a sudden. So there are a lot of cool things you can buy with the restored artifacts. Now, in addition to that, when you're surveying sites in Pandaria, you're going to run across, sometimes a little mob will pop out, a little Shah. And if you kill that, you'll get fragments that are separate than the dig site. As of right now, there are only 4 rare artifacts that you can get in Pandaria from Archaeology. And one of them is this trinket that I just used, and it summons a Quillen statue to fight for you. And the cool thing about him, he doesn't really do that much damage, but he does talk a lot of smack. And it's just an entertaining trinket, and it's level like 462 or 463. So it'll help you get into heroics and stuff like that. Now, if you get really desperate and need some restored artifacts, you can use Spirit of Harmony, and you can come to the Spirit of Harmony vendor, and you can sit there and buy individual restored artifacts right there. If you're like me, you might want to get the Cloud Serpent and be able to ride that. So to do that, you have to go through here and do a ton of dailies. But the cool thing is, if you come over to the Order of the Cloud Serpent and talk to this chick here, she will give you a daily every day for Archaeology, which will give you a little bit of a boost rep. So if you turn that in daily, she'll actually get, I think, 6 fragments. So from the time you get the daily, you have to go do a dig and get 6 fragments, basically 6 collections, and then come back and turn it in. It gets you 137 rep on Revered. I'm not sure what it does on lower, Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll have a good day and I'll talk to you later. Skizzle!